Welcome back to Starting Sports. Today is August 19th, 2021, and the topic for today is Trey Lance and why I believe he is going to be a guaranteed stud for the 49ers. Now, we all know a few months back, the 49ers made the move up from pick 12 to pick 3 to draft whichever QB they wanted besides Trevor Lawrence and Zach Wilson. Now, that QB turned out to be Trey Lance, which was very, very interesting. I'm more of a Justin Fields guy myself, but it was clear they wanted as much mobility and potential as possible, and I don't blame them because Kyle Shanahan can mold this kid into a stud. So, after going undefeated during his collegiate career, then only playing one game in 2020, how did he do during his first preseason bout? Well, besides one throw, it was not pretty whatsoever. Trey Lance went 5 for 14, had 128 yards, 1 TD, and was sacked 4 times going up against the Chiefs' first-team defensive line throughout most of his game time. And I think Trey Lance showed a lot of promise. He showed what we already knew. He showed that he was mobile. He showed that he can throw the deep ball, and he showed that he can be a factor in the 49ers rushing scheme, and that is the biggest thing in my opinion. Because what made the 49ers so successful back in 2019, 2020 when they made the Super Bowl was their rushing scheme. Yes, Jimmy G's a fine QB, but it was not the passing game that made him go that far. And I think having a quarterback that can be a factor within your main thing on the offense, which is the rushing attack, is massive, and I think that is worth 3 wins considering that he succeeds. Now, I would like to draw a lot of parallels between the Patrick Mahomes situation to the current Trey Lance situation. I personally very much dislike when people do this because I think they're all stupid. I saw a bunch of people comparing the current Justin Fields situation to the Patrick Mahomes situation. They are dumb, but I do think that this Trey Lance situation is eerily similar. When you look at both of them as college prospects, they were both extremely raw that had kind of like the lack of talent that they played against. Patrick Mahomes played against the Big 12 defense. Trey Lance was a D2 player. But the teams were very confident in that player. They traded up to get them, and they are set up with a veteran QB in front of them, Patrick Mahomes had, and then Trey Lance has Jimmy G right now. But without a doubt, the most important factor is that Patrick Mahomes had Mr. Andy Reid, who's a quarterback whisperer, and Trey Lance has Kyle Shanahan, who we are going to see if he's a quarterback whisperer. And spoilers, I think he is. I 100% think that he is. But then something that Trey Lance has that Patrick Mahomes did not have enough of is young talent around him. When you look at the 49ers rushing attack right now, besides Raheem Mostert, they also drafted Elijah Mitchell and then also Trey Sermon. Their receiving core features young guys in Deebo Samuel and Brandon Ayuk who both show great promise. Another similarity is Patrick Mahomes had Travis Kelce, and now Trey Lance has George Kittle, the 2 best tight ends in the league right now. And something that Patrick Mahomes did not have that Trey Lance does is he has a Trent Williams, a Nick Bosa, a Fred Warner, and a Mike McGlinchey. Those 4 are such key difference makers in this. They may not be difference makers in his development, but they are a difference maker for the organization as a whole, because Trey Lance's development really does hinge on Jimmy G and then mostly Kyle Shanahan. I don't think Trey Lance should see the field this season, and I hope he doesn't, because the only way I could see this blowing up in the 49ers' faces is if he does take the field. And bada bing, bada boom, do not let fan pressure get to you. That would be awful, because Jimmy G's going to have dud games. He is Jimmy Garoppolo at the end of the day. He will have dud games. Do not let the fan pressure get to you if the 49ers win like if the 49ers lose like 2 to 3 straight. Do not put Trey Lance in the game. Do not panic. Let him develop, and year 2, unleash him. And now the other way I could see this not working, and this isn't really much of a choice, but Jimmy G is very injury prone. And I think that's another reason why the 49ers made the decision to finally trade up and get their own QB, because, well, Jimmy G cannot stay healthy. And you better pray to God that he does not get hurt this year, because that would probably end up hurting Trey Lance's development as a whole. I don't think the 49ers team would go down the shitter. They still have a very good defense, a very good rushing game, and a good offensive line. I don't think Trey Lance would be terrible either, but let's face the facts, he hasn't played a full season since 2019, and he played one game in 2020. He is rough around the edges right now, and it's up to Kyle Shanahan to fine-tune him into the stud Kyler Murray type player that he can be. When you watch the preseason highlights that I have playing right now, he looks a lot like Kyler Murray to me, and I think he's set up in a far different way than Kyler Murray is, because one has Cliff Kingsbury, the other has Kyle Shanahan. So, yeah, I do think Trey Lance is a guaranteed stud. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you want to see more. And, yeah, hope you enjoyed and have a great day.